Hey, chat. Good morning or afternoon. It's Monday. You guys made it. Welcome to the beginning of the week, and I hope your weekend was pretty phenomenal. I was just looking over my deck. I haven't made any changes, but we are still gonna get right to it, I think. For anybody who is unfamiliar with what is going on, this is a deck building challenge dubbed the Level Up Challenge, where we start with a deck full of 99 commons and work our way up as we get wins and upgrade to uncommons and eventually rares and mythics. We have chosen randomly Rankle and Torbran as our commander for the day, and let's get to it. Who is this? What Nico is this? We have stuff. Is it good stuff? I don't think so, but we'll find out. Ooh, this is the... This might be bad. This Nico I've seen do pretty crazy things. We'll see. We'll see whether it's good or bad, though. I'm honestly tempted to build this because I do like Flicker as a commander. See, I've seen Kanish. I'm waiting because of other characters, though, right? Have you seen Shalonen, or who's coming up next? And if you have, that's gross. Ew. It's fine. Digital cardboard? Yeah. We've got Shalonen coming up. We've got... Oh no, I should have... This is fine. What if we mountain cycle for a... I don't think there's anything we can mountain cycle for that gets us both. We're feeling rough. Yeah, Kanish, I tried, because I was like, alright, they might be amazing, but did not quite jive with what I was thinking. Alright, so we die next turn if we don't deal with this. We'll mountain cycle for now. Yeah, there was nothing I could have grabbed that would have helped. Let me think here. We've got Shalonen coming up. There's also a couple other characters that are coming out in upcoming Genshin updates where it's like, alright, I kind of want all of these. Okay. I don't know how I feel about our odds here. I really want that Overlord in my control. We don't have any good sack outlets besides our one. Hold. I think we gotta try it. Alright, there's our steel spell that we need, finally. But we might just be dead to whatever they play here. Like, they could have a 2-mana, 3... They could play a 4-drop and still kill us. This commander's kinda nutty. Hello, Jim. How's it going? Are we dead? We're dead. Oh, no. Alright, I might need to build Nico. This card is very cool. Let me adjust my music a little bit. It's a little loud even for my ears. I can focus now. Yeah, Nico states, pay 2, exile target non-legendary. All of the shards that you make by flickering Nico become copies of it until end of turn. It's going better for me than you right now. I pulled this commander. I might build this commander. This is a really cool card. This is a really, really cool card. At the very least, it's gonna be added to our pile of things that we can brew, for sure. Yeah, Riot, look up Xilonen. That is the upcoming character, Xilonen. And then I hear rumors about an Archon coming out soon. I hear rumors about a couple other, like, characters that I'm interested in coming out soon. This is a terrible hand. Better, question mark? I think better. I don't want to risk it going down to 6 and not drawing lands, though. That's what's better about it. We've got a couple commanders that came out. I pulled it in paper. I actually opened a collector booster yesterday. Yeah, my hand is nothing impressive. Do you want one of my swamps? You can't have them. Is it in my binder? I think it's in my binder. They don't know my game plan, which is very good. Oh. Cool, I guess. Whenever a creature or artifact you control is put into graveyard. It's not great. It's not great considering I give treasures. Alright, so we have 4. We'd need 2 more lands before we can steal stuff. Let me... What are they doing? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 2-drop, that's a 2-drop. So either way, the results are the same. But Marionette Apprentice is more spooky. Yep, I understand. I would like to not draw lands here. Hold. I'm getting my binder, hold on. Alright, so we can steal Conrad, but we can't kill Conrad, unfortunately. I guess we'll play the Witch. We have to scry for a sack outlet. None of those are sack outlets, so I'm fine with that. What'd you get back? Oh, the Marionette. Conrad, please. Oh, I don't think we're winning this game. Just a hunch. I'll take this. It'd be fine if they kill it, I guess. I'll take my Barbarian. Kind of gum up the board and hope, but with 2 Blood Artist effects and a Conrad, it's not looking great. But let me pull out my cards. Rush of Dread, sack half the creatures they control, round it up. Okay, cool. 1, 2, sure. Ow, my body. I'll scry 2 though, sure. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, actually. Hold on. We might just die from this, though. High chance we just die, yeah? Oh, wait, no. We're good. We're good. We're good. We can survive this, I think. Because if we take... Whenever another creature dies, or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere. I don't think we can do both. I think we're dead. Because let's try this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're super dead. One, 2, 3, 4. What if we do it for 3? Oh, then we die to Conrad on Crackback, right? Because it's whenever another creature or artifact. Good game. This is not well thought out. We're dead. We're very dead. How are matches decided in MTGA? What do you mean? But there they are. Hello, Nico. Yeah, I had not actually looked at Nico or considered Nico as one of my cards that I would think about building, but I watched a Commander game and I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's kind of sick. Kind of like that. I'm not in ranked. How does the system choose? It's funny you ask, because it's a very convoluted process. We found out recently that there is a matchmaking system that weighs the cards you add to your deck against your, like, matchmaking score, like your win ratios and stuff. And if you put in a lot of really strong cards, like, let's say you put all the standard staples into a deck, and have, let's say Nadu, for example, in your command zone, because Nadu's still legal in this format, then it is like, alright, so you have put in all of the beefiest cards, you've put in Rusko the Clockmaker, you've put in a bunch of other crazy things, so we're going to put you against all of the other crazy things. We're going to put you against the Goloses, the Essica, the World Tree, or the Prismatic Bridges, etc., etc. If you put in, like, all trash cards, it's assuming that your collection is not actually that good. And, so it's like, okay, you don't have that great of a collection, so we will, like, put you against the other people who don't have as many good decks. So I've seen some weird commanders when since I've been playing these, deck building challenges. Okay, I'm really tempted to try to transform Jacob, but I don't think there's a single way I can. More specifically, some common cards are weighted higher than other common cards. So, let's say, Hired Hexblade would not be weighted very high, but Mirkwood Bats would, for example. That's not quite true or quite how it goes, but... How do I... I don't think I want them drawing cards. I would like your Jacob Hawken. Now we have a Judith. We have no instants and sorceries to cast with Judith, though. Look, other friends. You had to call, you had to catch up? Yeah, right, check out, Grish should put it in chat, Shalonin is an upcoming character, and then we also have... Oh, man. They're gonna have a ton of counterspells. Play you. Play you. And we'll pass. Easy. If you run a 59 land gimmick deck, you get paired up with low decks? Yes. The amount of times that I've run into Laelia, the Blade Reforged combo decks, because they have, let's say, 96 lands, is a lot. A non-zero amount, to be exact. Let's drop the Hexblade. That costs 7 to flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is absolutely getting countered, right? No. No treasures. No treasures, please. I do not want to give the Grixis player more control. That'll go to bottom. No, I do not want to give the Grixis player even more control over what they do. I would not be surprised if a board wipe happened, though. Oh? Okay. You have removal for Rankle and Torbran then, right? That's 4 to sacrifice. They're gonna be able to make stuff anyway. So I'm gonna put pressure on now with, Rankle and Torbran. Shocker. I'm so surprised. Now it doesn't seem like a bad idea to take out... No, they're Ichor Mooning. Okay. That's fun. I mean, I'm gonna play Judith and they're just gonna kill it, right? Counter? I think it's gonna be a counter spell. Shout out to Grixis. Given that they're countering things, they might have crashed if they're taking so long to decide what to proliferate here. Given that they're countering things, I want as much lands as possible. There's no use sandbagging this when I'm just gonna discard it. In the Discord, Grish put the link to the card waiting thing. And we know all of this was true at least at the beginning of this year, or halfway through this year, because they accidentally made a mistake with one of their cards, and or their programming, and allowed a negative wait to happen, which gave an error for deck building. Alright, I can't swing with Rankle and Torbran if they played Bolas, though. But, like, if I could take Bolas, that'd be real cool. Under its owner's control, unfortunately means that I do not want to flip Bolas. So if I draw a Steel spell, it's gonna be rough. Onto the battlefield under your control. So they can take my Judith or Troll of Khazad-dûm. Or their Jacob. I still think taking Jacob was the correct, order of business to do, though. I don't know. I have Mr. Pibb and I crave it. What? They blew up my dude? On your main phase? Okay. I mean, I'm gonna recast my commander and get it countered, right? Like, this is the proper order of business. Take him down to the 4. They have another kill spell? Is this just... Oh, they bounced it to my hands. That's pretty good. Discard it, cast their commander. I like that a lot. It's a counterspell with extra steps. There's no reason for them not to cast Nicol Bolas now. Unless they want to bully me even more. They're gonna counter it again. How do you feel about this? Hold on, let's take a peek after this gets countered. Just take a quick look. Oh, okay, okay. Counter spell, they draw a card. I'm glad I waited. We'll move this to the command zone. We'll play our Rakdos Locket. We'll play our tap land and pay for it. Let's take a quick peek in their graveyard. Check the numbers. They've played 1 removal, 2 removal, 2 removal, 1 counter, 3 removal, 1 counter, 4 removal, 1 counter, 4 removal, no, 5 removal, 2 counter. I count that, yeah. Ooh. I like Urabrask Forge. It's pretty good. Yep, that makes sense. My commander costs 9, by the way. Would you like to flip your Bolas? Why did you eye your graveyard? What's going on? Oh, they take another turn. That's pretty good. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, opponent. I see. I'm glad that they're doing all of this stuff while Bolas is not flipped, though, because getting to that -12 seems pretty bad for us. Tez's Gambit, there's still... This Ickermoon Gauntlet has not been doing much. We'll just say that much. Alright, they've got 2 mana. What could they possibly do with 2 mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll draw our 2 cards. That seems good to me. I would like to... I think I would like to take Bolas. That seems good. No? Okay. Not surprised. We'll move to combat. We will not attack, and then we will destroy Bolas for realsies this time. Where your loan servicer tries to trick you into opting out of paper communication, no longer reports overpayments on FICO if they're auto-billed. Ooh. It's pretty gross. Alright, we lose our kill spell if they play Bolas. Bolas costs 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they can cast Bolas, even if we kill him again, they can cast him again. Yep, we had a Bone Shards. We need a kill spell. Or that. That's what we need. Do you have another counter spell? How do you feel about this, opponent? How do you feel about this? Look at all of their counter spells. This is true Grixis in its prime. They're thinking. They're really thinking. I would have to see what Azorius weenies I have. Because I'm actually really considering building Nico. We send them to 1 if they deal with their Bolas. And if they don't deal with their Bolas, they just die. Hit him with the always have a backup plan. I'm gonna say no. Sure. I had fun. Bolas did what Bolas isn't expected to do. Counter all of your stuff, destroy all of your things, and just hope that I can win with my 1 creature. That makes sense to me. Let's level up. 32. Which gives us 3 unspent points. Notice letter reads, going forward, auto-billing will no longer be reported to FICO. You are encouraged to set auto-billing accounts to the minimum payments. So, I am not quite aware what... I go first, they have Prosper... I wouldn't mind taking a Prosper, that seems kind of good. Are overpayments bad when they're reported to FICO? Additional payments in excess of the minimum will be reported to FICO as overpayment. Oh, it will be reported. Okay. I'm not doing much until, like, turn 5, by the way. Ew. They get any card they want? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey, yo, wait, hold on. Sure. Thank you for getting rid of 2 of my mana sources. Pretty cool, I guess. Would you like to get a land? Any card you want? Yes. I wonder, that would have been a very cool thing for me to steal. Take it, swing with it, haste with it. Alright, well now we have actually nothing to play until turn 5. Yup. Loan servicers getting lazy because they have to manually process FICA reporting. Those have to be manually processed anyway. Okay. Let's see what happens if we swing. Because I don't think they're gonna block. Yeah. Alright, now I would like to take your Prosper. Seems good. How do you feel about this opponent? How do you feel about your commander not being on your side of the board? If they try to deal with the commander, then I think that we nasty end the commander. If they don't try to deal with it, okay. Okay. We're gonna block that. I don't know how I felt about that one. We'll play Judith. Seems good. And then I think we will, I think we'll just send in with Prosper and pass the turn. This feels a little mean. This feels a little bit rude. I like these I like these though. Okay, that's pretty good. Put the boots on them. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna sacrifice your commander to draw 2 cards. Oh, they had to attack with the bats because it was hasty. I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, this is pretty good. I like this a lot, actually. Move to my turn. That's fine, yeah. We'll play Rankle. We'll send combat in. Sacks a creature, deals damage, and Yeah, we'll make a treasure. End of combat. Why not? I don't know. Let's play the infiltrator. Seems good. This deck is pretty gross. Like, the things that this deck can do. Hi, Ancient Copper Dragon. How's it going? That's not good. I would say that's pretty bad. Let's see what happens here. It's just 10 mana. 10 free mana. That's the worst that could happen. We apparently met qualifications to have future tuition for OSHA certs covered. That's pretty good, actually. They're gonna move the boots? Yeah. I don't know, opponent. That's a pretty risky play, moving your boots off of your flyer. You've already seen that I can steal things. Alright, we'll do this. We will move to combat, I think. Send in all. What's Monstrous Rage Judith? Make a dude. Combat. This. This and this. And I'll sack the dude. Now they have to sack their dragon if they don't want to die. And they die. Alrighty. GG's. I like that a lot. Oh no, they would have died anyway because of the Git Infiltrator. This deck is sick! This deck is insane! I love it so much. Rankle and Torbran's a really cool commander in a 1v1 format. I feel like in anything other than that, this deck would probably struggle quite a bit. But I feel like in Impact Tremors list would kind of go crazy too. Ooh, it's an eyeball? That's kind of cool. What do these orbs do? Okay. That's not a... That demon in the back isn't Velgavoth, right? Okay, these are pretty sick. Although, I feel like the Nico should have the demon on it too, right? Oh, it's not the fancy dog though, or the fancy cat. Man, I love all of these cards. All of these look so cool. We got the moldy gym. The way these extended arts on these rooms are is very cool too. How they all like almost seamlessly go from one into the other. This set is sick. I like this set a lot. That loses flying, right? Yeah. Fear of exposure. Fear of exposure seems like a really, really good manifest dread target. Fear of abduction, unstoppable slasher. Alright, I don't want... Well, if I'm gonna build Nico, and if I'm gonna also build them on Arena, I might as well make the sleeves, right? I don't know, though, but the Spirited Away reference really, really speaks to me, too. And this card's just pretty. Have you seen these Everywhere tokens? It reminds me very much so of, Monsters Inc. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys decide. Do we want the Nico Ares card or the Spirited Away reference? Y'all think on that while I open this pack? We could also go for one of the pets, a mythic. This dude's also not bad. Impending 4. Impending 4 is quite a bit. Ooh, I'm theory crafting some standard decks because I've been playing standard recently. Spirited Away or a pet. And I just realized if we do Overlord in standard and not collected in these colors, mill 4, return a non-avatar. Glissa Sunslayer on damage removes 3 counters from target permanent. Which means these become creatures much quicker. So let's see, if we play this on 2, it goes to 4 on 3. We play Glissa. It goes to 3 on turn 4, and then we swing, and if it gets through, we remove all of the counters. I mean... It's not good, but it's spicy. We'll discard those changes. We'll go... I'm leaning towards the Boiler Bilges then. We'll get the Boiler Bilges. Look at this doggo, though. The only reason I'm leaning against these ones is because the other alt arts for them are so good. We're gonna go Boiler Bilges. It's the old man that runs the furnace. We are getting closer and closer, by the way, to a Spirited Away deck, honestly. And I am all here for it. I don't think it's gonna be in this format. But if we do... Let me double check that it's not on Arena. Let's get rid of Commanders. Cancel. And let's type in Smoke. Yeah, Smoke Spirit's Aid is not on Arena, but it is a card that was in one of the precons. It was in your... Jim, it was in your, Bear precon? Whatever the Gruul Bear is that cares about, auras and enchantments. Like that one, plus the red, Overlord. Overlord. Like, we already have 2 cards that are part of Spirited Away now. Let me see what these shop has to offer. Kaima, the Fractured Calm, yes, that's the one. Boar, Bear, I was 1 letter off. It's fine. Why is it saying... Okay. I was 1 letter off. Let me put that over there. So, the Boiler Bilges have some of the most treacherous terrains in the house, full of suffocating heat, jagged drops, and vents of fire. Kitchens, furnace rooms, and dinging rooms are all prone to destructive earthquakes and eruptions of the fire in the Boiler Bilges. I said dinging rooms, it's dining rooms. It's 100%, it's just said dining rooms. I like to dinge there. Ooh, Marina Vendrell is another new commander that cares about rooms specifically. This is incredibly risky. I think we play Synthesizer turn... Yeah, we'll play Synthesizer turn 2. We can do this. We're gonna get a swamp. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, when it enters, reveal the top 7, put all enchantment cards from among them into your hand. Tap, lock, or unlock a room you control. Land. Never punished, let's go. Never punished. Now we can mana Geode. Sithis, pretty good. Ooh, we are not gonna mana Geode. We're gonna Urbresk's Forge. No attacks, it's fine. This card is phenomenal, by the way. And I think I traded mine away, unfortunately. Dollmaker Shop, whenever one or more non-toys attack, make a toy. We hate it here. I think... It's got trample, so either you block with it or you don't. What does the other side do? 6 mana? It's pretty good. Yep. Then I think that means we land Barbarian. 1, 2, 3. And Bone Shards. Let's sack our Barbarian, because that's what we were intending to do anyway. If I had remembered that we could have cast a different creature, I would have just mana Geodes and discarded the Reckless Barbarian instead. Bone Charge is always the one that throws me off. I committed to Bear, by the way, but I definitely knew Bear wasn't correct. I couldn't remember the creature type. Let's see. Calyx. This is problematic. Fling's fine. I don't think I should have kept Fling on top. Zur? That's not good. Do we fish for a land? I think we fish for a land. That's not a land. We'll send in some damage. 3 seems like a non-zero amount of damage to send through. And then we'll Bone Splinter Zur. We've had quite a bit of removal, honestly. How many removal spells have we played? 3? And we have Fling and a board wipe in hand? This feels brutal. We don't have any enchantment removal, though. I don't know if we have any in our entire deck, so this is necessary. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, devoid of flavor. Solar Transform. Transformer, getting energy counters. Very, very strange. We're gonna get in for a non-zero amount of damage now. Seems pretty good. We'll just do that. Yeah, that makes sense. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. Honestly, pretty good. What's in my graveyard? What's in your graveyard? Calyx? Zer? We don't really have any enchantments, but I'll put my commander back. It's not really any good. How big are you? A 3/5? We'll keep Blood on the Snow on standby. Yeah, I think we do this. This feels good to me. What's our last card? Ghostly Dancers. Or unlock a locked room you control. Okay. It's pretty good. I'm glad I waited. 5, 6, so we need to do this. Destroy all creatures. Pay with 5 snow mana. Oh, and it's from my graveyard specifically. How do you feel, opponent? Oh, it does refill their hand. I forgot about that part. And they get 2. It's pretty good. Impend their guy. Make an everywhere. Unfortunately, I don't think it's good enough for what we're doing next. They're gonna block, but that doesn't really matter. Each sacks, we'll make a treasure, sure. And we'll sack Bloodflow. 5 damage does not... it's close. It really depends on what their last card is. Whether we missed out on damage right now or not. Yeah, we missed out on damage. Put you back in the command zone, though. They're down to 4. And we have a nav orb, so it's really gummed up right now. It depends on, can we find our answer before they can win the game? We'll do Gateway Plaza and Swamp, because we have way too many mountains. Oop. And we've ensured that we can now play our commander. Ooh, that's really good in this deck, isn't it? That's really good in this deck, isn't it? Hey Marina, how's it going? What did you find? Uh-huh. Huh. How much, that's 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I think we lose. I genuinely think we lose unless they swing out. Yep. Uh-huh. Is it slipping away? I think it might be. You reminded you need to swap cards from your main decks? Are they cards that are, currently banned, Grish? What now? Glassworks? Okay, that's pretty good. If they swing with the Shrine, and we get a steal spell, actually, does that work? I'm very interested to see. Oh no, they're up to 3 now. Nah, we're dead. I think we lose. It is not looking good for us. Oh, you're gonna win the game. Oh, you're gonna win the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? I mean, we're dead here anyway, but 8? Yep. Good game. It slipped away. No blocks. Hit him with the Kaiba. They were literally at 1, and it's because we did not choose to fling when we had the additional damage opportunity. I should have known that they would have done enchantment stuff like Detention Sphere. So that is 100% like foresight and game knowledge. No. It's fine, we finished our dailies. Weirdly, only need to pull 1 from Corvold. I think it depends on how many Corvolds you have. Or, not how many Corvolds, how many, what's the word? How many Jeweled Lotuses and Crypts you had. Whenever it deals damage to a player, mill that many, put any number of legendary or enchantments among them into hand. If you don't, buff Nashi. Okay. It's pretty good. A Dimir Enchantress deck is a little weird. Boop. Boop. Ooh. Legendary lands is a good way to do that, too. It's pretty good. I don't ever care about ward, but that's fine. But how do you feel about my 1/1 opponent? I know you're shaking in your boots now. Yeah. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about doing something. Is this unsummon? Snashy's spooky. Sure, I'll offer a trade. Now, if they're gonna kill it or bounce it, I do think we draw cards. They're sequencing correctly. They're gonna see if they get any spicy cards first and then play their cards. Now she's a spooky one though. 2 lands, tough. You might have needed those swamps too. Hey, could you don't? No thank you. I would like to gain the life instead. It's the illusion of choice, because either they go up or I go down, but nevertheless. I mean, we'll play our mana efficiently. I can't do anything about their Nashi though. Ooh, Malcolm. I guess the question is, do they want the Malcolm enough? Oh, they get all 3 back. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Wait on anticipation, now they got Hasty Boys. I guess we play the Witch, send in the damage, and get a Swamp? Because we can't actually cast Torbran. What is this? Whenever it attacks alone, gains Death Touch and Lifelink. Yeah, you got it, buddy. Not witness protection. No. Hey, Junji. We're not going to talk about the fact that I did not remember to, get a black source, but it's fine. Would you like to witness protection your own Junji? You would. That's very funny. Boom. How do you like that? No, I'm not giving you a life. The Crow in War is pretty good. Alright, now, next turn, we can do... honestly, anything, but a Crow in War plus Arcane Signet seems the best. I know they're waiting to witness protection our, commander. I know it. You want Shark, Typhoon, that's pretty good. What? Okay. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, look at the top card and exile it face down. Ooh. It's pretty good. Let's do this. Yeah. Yeah. They were not having a good time with my steal spells. That makes sense. I feel like if I were a player, like if I were to sum up my gameplay in one color, I would probably, or in one combination, I'd probably be a Grixis player. I like doing generic evil things. Ah, man. Cool, anyway. Oh, buddy. Russia's banning Discord. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that later. What do we want? I think I want to splash Spice. Ooh. Is that too spicy? That might be too spicy, but we'll, there's never... We always have enough time for more spice. Let's separate them so we know. Underworld Breach and Breach the Multiverse. We do have 5 points to spend, so unless we get rid of an uncommon, that would be it. Do we have any uncommon lands? No, they're all common. Okay. I originally came in here for Breach the Multiverse specifically, but Underworld Breach is spicy. Turgid is just mean. I feel like Sirith Ungol Patrol can go just because 5 mana and it doesn't have haste is a bit much. And then what else would we drop? Nav Orb is my precious child. I'm not doing anything to it. Arabesk Forge has proven itself incredibly good, despite us fumbling the game that it almost was good in. Braids is amazing. Bantu's Reckoning is alright. I'm not sure about Deluge. I'm considering Deluge Cut. But I feel like if we Deluge Cut, it'd probably have to go for something else that does board wipe. We'll see. Bombardment's funny, Fling is cool. Offerings, it's been a hot second since we've seen Tasteful Offering. I think Hexblade is the other one that actually for sure gets cut. And now we just consider if there are any uncommons that we want. Monstrous Rage does not fit what our deck is doing. But it has let us get through some trample damage, and it's been spicy enough that I think we keep it. I'll put it that way. Vine Lasher's funny, because it turns post-combat lands into either 3 or 6 damage. Alright, we'll just do this, and we'll keep in Toxic for now. 30, 31, 32, 33. Level 3, we've got 1 point left over. We'll hold on to it for now. Because we've added... Underworld Breach just is phenomenal if you need just a little bit more. Like, if we had Breach in that last game, we might have been able to do something. Hold on. Destroy enchantment. Wasn't there another... I thought that there was another one. Not collected. I don't have it. That's what it is. Okay. It would be 3 mana. Yeah, Withering Torment. Destroy target creature or enchantment. You lose 2 life. Let's add that and go down... something. Because having access to a singular enchantment removal spell is probably good Nope, we're still level 34, actually. Hold on, game. No, it actually has always been a trigger. And the reason I know this is because Urza's Saga, you can respond before a lore counter is placed on it, and destroy it before it can actually tap for mana. Because the first step of Urza's Saga allows it to tap for mana. Specifically, the thing that actually irks me about sagas is if you look at a saga, it says, as this saga enters and after your draw step, add a lore counter. If you are able to somehow gain another draw step, it will not actually add a lore counter after that draw step. Because after your draw step is a shortcut of saying at the beginning of your first main phase. And this actually came up in Modern Horizons 3's pre-release, because I had Shadow of the Second Sun and a Saga, and I was like, okay, I'm going to move to my end step, I get my untap, upkeep, and draw, and then it goes to end step, and I should be able to add a lore counter on my end step, but that is not how it works, unfortunately. Yeah, it is. Most judges should know that this is a trigger when it enters and during your draws. But it does not clarify that easily, and it also does not clarify that it is at the first main phase. And it irks me quite a bit. What has not been good to us? Judith has been fine. Body Dropper's fine, but it's not free. Club has uses. Bombardment definitely has uses. The Scry ones are all pretty good. This one is on the chopping block, we'll consider it. Gingerbread doesn't do much, but it is evasion that gets 3 damage through for free. There's so many good things. The way this article reads is it's been treated as a game action until now. It is not a special action that does not... Like, there's always been a response point to it. I'd be interested to look into the article, if you want to send that in Card Talk as well. Because the way it sounds, and like right away to me, is just like, ah yes, they're looking for clicks. I still have way too many lands. We're gonna cut a mountain. Because we just added a 7-mana spell, of course we should cut a mountain, right? That makes the most sense to me. But we'll go up to 34. We have added Withering Torment as well, for at least a little bit more safety. We'll see how it works. I think that it probably should not impact your game too much. And it probably will be useful, actually. It was considered unmissable and viewed as a game rule violation if a player forgot to place a counter. So I think that that probably is what the specific change is. This is weird, and I don't know if I like it against Go Shintai. But it's also got lands and stuff we can play. We don't have anything 1, 2, or 3, though. I just do not like our odds against Go Shintai. Let's get a Black Source. It feels like this might be an uphill fight. I think we just try to keep... I don't know. That's pretty good. I like that quite a bit, actually. I realize I do not like that quite a bit, actually. Alright, so it begins. Tasteful offering. Pass. Yeah, you get a 2-time boon with whenever you sack permanents, draw a card, or seek a non-land card. Alright. There's no good way to do this, is there? We can just Eldest, I guess. Spend the most of our mana. It's an MTG Rocks article, so who knows? Yeah, they want their shrines. That makes sense to me. If we get a land, we can keep Goshintai off field. Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, we love that for us. Uh-huh. We did not draw land, so we will, cry a little bit. Let's drop Warbeast. Let's drop Cataxian Infiltrator. There's our land. Pass. We're in danger. Ooh. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're dead. Just an FYI. I don't know if there's a single way we can win from here. Because a board wipe will get all of these off play, but it will let their shrine come back. Well... hold on. We'll take... you. And we'll use you to exile you. Well, hold on. Combat. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And we'll sacrifice a creature to... well, hold on. Sticky Fingers. Ah, we should have Sticky Fingers first. Either way. Yeet. Yeet. And then... we don't really have much else we can do. We are still very, very dead. They're gonna get probably... they're probably actually gonna search for the black one, I would assume. That makes the most sense. Yeah. And then pre-combat main phase, we're gonna lose 7, 8? Yeah, we're down to 1. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. Hi, Sheoldred. I love 5-color good stuff piles because it's like, alright, I'm gonna look at this. What do you do? In a 1v1 format, realistically, what do you do? Especially in black-red. I don't know, I would assume that we got bumped up to, high power tables if we ran into our first Go Shintai, by the way. Because the Go Shintai is definitely one of those that it's like, oh, okay. You're trying to glean here if placing a lore counter hits the stack. Placing a lore counter does not hit the stack. However, there is a trigger to put the lore counter on, and then if the trigger happens, then if there are any triggers that happen because the lore counter is placed on it, that also goes on the stack, I believe. I would need to look into it. This is a terrible hand. Better? Still pretty awful. Still pretty bad. I believe that what I had said is incorrect. I think when it enters, you put a lore counter on it, and when a lore counter is placed, the next step will trigger to be activated. I think. You would have to jump into the rules to see if that is correct, and if so, how that is correct. We're not gonna discard our Troll of Khazad-dûn. Seems bad. So as the saga enters, and after the draw, a triggered ability on M1. I don't know, you gotta take my Troll? Troll is spooky. Yeah, I'm gonna let you try to take my Troll. If they're smart... Oh, the removal. That makes sense. Boop. Boop. Land off the top, preferably a mountain? No, to the bottom. Depending on what happens here. One, two, three, four. This is the second time, I believe, that we've had a 4 lands, want a 5th, and can't get the color we need, untapped. So perhaps we might need to, Shackles of Treachery. There's a chance we might need to fix some things. Because we can get a Swamp Mountain, but it enters tapped. By the way, I will absolutely block that Tiny Bones opponent. I will absolutely block that Tiny Bones. You better kill it. You know you want to. Creature spells cost 1 less. Yeah, it's what I thought. It's what I thought. Shackles take Rutstein. No. No. Hold. Signet into Mirkwood into Chill, I guess? And then hold back. I think that's what we want to do. It is considered a triggered ability, which means it interacts with Stranic. Yes, yes, you can double up. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Sure. Yeah, blood on the. It's pretty good. I actually like that quite a bit. I mean, if we're Blood on the Snowing, we need to stop Tiny Bones, I think. No, wait, hold on. No, that was an each opponent thing, so we can actually do this. The cast trigger is not considered what? The cast triggered is not considered this, it seems? I'm very confused about what you mean. Boop. Pay with 3. Thank you. Your move, opponent. Now we can Rankle and Torbran if they just play Honest Rustine. So, doubling counters placed on things, proliferating, and then also copying triggered abilities also works. No, it is a triggered ability on enter. Honest Rustine? Sure. What say you, opponent? There's no purpose in making you sacrifice. There's also no purpose in really making us, I guess that... we will do sacrifice. Why not? Let's try 1. That's... fine. I like that a bit. They're gonna see if the way is clear, because they know we have removal, but they don't know about the Shackles of Treachery. And if they take the Costly Plunder, then we can, hit them with ye old Eviscerate. Aw, man. Sadness. Your opponents can't gain life. Sack another creature. They lose a life. Hey, that's kind of what we do. It's kind of like our whole thing, actually. I don't know if I care about them doing their thing, but I also want access to... Yeah, if I feel like the bat is worth exiling. Whoops, hold on. Let's see here. Let me pull this up. Go to site. Oh, they blocked with the bat. Cool. If that's the case... I guess we just end our turn. On the future of Commander, tumultuous for Commander fans, members of the RC, and Commander community as a whole. We've seen players and fans share diverse... Oh, hello. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's real good, actually. I should have gotten rid of him. What would you get? We are taking this Archpriest of Shadows with Eaten Alive, by the way. We'll actually do this. Can we pay... What does it look like if we pay with 4? Exile the Archpriest. And then send in everything. We'll do this. And we don't need to give you a treasure because it's just gonna be the same effect either way. Alright, let's keep reading this up. No matter how you feel about something, it is never appropriate to threaten somebody. Everyone at Wizards of the Coast is united on this front. Demonstrate a truly monumental task the CRC faces, made up of 5 talented individuals. In partnership with the existing Rules Committee, we're announcing that the Rules Committee is giving management of the Commander format to the design team of WotC. Interesting. While ownership of the format may be changing, members of RC and others in the community will continue to be involved. We'll do that, why not? And then, let's draw some cards. Ooh. How... We hold that up for next turn. Interesting. We've opened a new official Magic Discord in the Commander News channel. We started working on things, a more objective approach to deck power level. No thank you. I would like to draw cards, please. There are 4 power brackets, and every commander deck can be placed into one of those 4. By examining cards and combinations in your deck. Interesting. And there's a list that they can compare against. You can imagine bracket 1 as the baseline of an average precon. For lower tiers... We're gonna discard this mountain, by the way. I kind of feel gross about what I'm doing on board, by the way. Just a little gross. Not that gross. I feel kind of okay about this. I like this a lot, actually. I'm gonna keep reading this. Thank you for sending that. Hope you have a good day at work. This is gonna be a very interesting read. Aw, man, they're gonna get my... Aw, man. Don't take bats. Okay, they didn't take bats. That's cool. 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. The issue is that, oh, geez, hello. Yeah, they weren't happy about that. That makes sense. We'll level that up. Up to 35. And we have 1 unspent point. Let me take a look at this, Let me take a look at this announcement. It is... I can't say that this is unexpected. It is very interesting for the future of the format. Just because it is not something that we have ever had happen in Commander, but, like, there's already a ban list that WotC, like, runs for other formats. Let me see if I can pull this up on screen, because I do want to read this right now, actually. And let me just adjust this. Me and screen. And we'll set up properties. Let's do Chrome on the future of Commander. Alright, let's go over this again from the beginning, probably. Past week has been tumultuous for Commander fans, members of the RC, Magic as a whole. Along the way, we've seen players and fans share a diverse range of passionate opinions, far too many of which were harmful or malicious. Below and over the next few days and weeks, we'll be discussing quite a bit about Commander, starting with the most pressing. Over the past week, conversation has escalated, culminating with unacceptable personal threats to the safety members of the Commander's Rule Committee. True. This is something we will not tolerate. No matter how you feel about something in Magic, it is never appropriate to threaten somebody. Also true. Everyone at WotC is united on this front. We will not hesitate to take action against individuals who threaten to harm community members or employees. Good. This week has also demonstrated a truly monumental task that faces the Commander Rules Committee. The Commander RC is made up of 5 talented, caring individuals, all with other jobs and lives which they must balance when managing the most popular format in Magic. It results in incredible amounts of work, time spent deliberating, and exposure to the public. Nobody deserves to feel unsafe for supporting the game they love. Unfortunately, the task of managing Commander has far outgrown the scope and safety of being attached to any 5 people. So today, in partnership with members of the existing Rules Committee, we are announcing that the Rules Committee is giving management of Commander to WotC. I think that this is probably actually a very good idea, considering the scope of hate and the amount of threats that have been thrown because of this decision. Commander has always been community-focused, and this move in management does not change that. While ownership of the format may be changing, members of the Rules Committee and others in the community will continue to be involved, and the vision for a social format will not change. We've had some preliminary conversations already about what we would like to accomplish and have some ideas we will be rolling out together in the months to come. Working with the community to craft this format is critical to all of us. We have opened a new Discord channel in the official Magic Discord. Let me copy link address. See if we can... Yes, that is. So I'm going to join this real quick. Might as well. Continue to Discord. Join. Grab your roll to start leveling up. Rolls. I will handle that in the future. I'm also going to post that in my chat so you guys can do that as well. If you would like to. There is the official Magic Discord. We will also have weekly MTG stream talking about this tomorrow, October 1st at 10 a.m. on Twitch. While this is still very early, we do want to share one of the things we've started working on now with the Rules Committee, a more objective approach to deck power level and additional guidance and shared language for players to find games that match the type of game they are trying to play. So this is aiming to handle the "my deck is about a 7" argument. What's next? It isn't anywhere near finished, but as a part of building this with the community, we're opening it up for feedback, thoughts, and your vision on how this will look. Think of this like an open beta. Wizards got some egg over their face on this one? Oh yeah, there was a lot of discussion about the bans and how these cards got to be able to be printed in the first place, and a lot of people were taking it out on the Rules Committee for banning them. A lot of other people were taking it out on Wizards for printing them in the first place, and also reprinting them when there might be discussion of these having been banned in the background. So people were upset. Here's the idea. There are 4 power brackets, and every commander deck can be placed into one of those brackets by examining the cards and combinations in your deck and comparing them to lists we'll need community help to create. You can imagine bracket 1 is the baseline of an average precon deck, or below. So base 1 is precon or lower, so those jack decks, etc. And bracket 4 is high power. For the lower tiers, we may lean on a mixture of cards and a description of how the deck functions, and the higher tiers are likely defined more by explicit lists of cards. For example, you could imagine bracket 1 has cards that easily can go into any deck, like Swords to Plowshares, Grave Titan, and Cultivate, whereas bracket 4 would have cards like Vamp Tutor, Armageddon, and Grim Monolith. Cards that make games too much more consistent, lopsided, or fast than the average deck can engage with. Okay. In this system, your deck would be defined by its highest bracket card or cards. This makes it clear what cards go where and what kind of cards you can expect people to be playing. For example, if Ancient Tomb is bracket 4 card, your deck would generally be considered a 4. So as long as you have Ancient Tomb in your deck, it is a 4. But if it's part of an Ancient Tomb themed deck, the conversation may be, my deck is a 4 with Ancient Tomb, but a 2 without it. Is that okay with everyone? Hit him with the, yeah, my deck is a 4 with Ancient Tomb, Smothering Tithe, Rhystic Study, don't worry about Force of Will, Mana Drain, but without those cards, it's a 2. Without those cards, it's a 2. Let me update my stream title too. New WotC announcement. That I could not spell that at all. Announcement. And that'll just be so I can go back and look at it later if we want to. Okay. Will this system guarantee perfectly matched games? No, and that might be fine as your table, but if it gets the conversation started from a shared understanding, that's already great for the table. So this conversation right here is specifically geared towards starting a Rule 0 conversation, which is hard for some people to actually do. So like, hey, I have very fast stuff in this deck. How do you guys feel about that? Will the system guarantee perfectly? Yep, we already said that. We would love to hear what you all think about this and which power brackets you would place certain cards in. So I feel like this is going to be like those stereotypical tiers lists where things go up and down as people give more input and as more cards come out. Similar to how Genshin or Honkai has tier lists that change every patch. We will also be evaluating the current banned list alongside the RC and the community. We will not ban additional cards as part of this evaluation. While discussion of the banned list started this, immediate changes to the list are not our priority. This statement right here will cause a run on banned cards. People speculating that Golos would be unbanned. They will not bring back Channel, I think. But like Channel, for example, Iona, etc., etc. I think that this specifically is going to start a run on the market. For now, the safety and well-being of the Rules Committee is the priority. What has happened this past week is entirely unacceptable. By working together as a team, we can shoulder the responsibility of this format and everything that comes along with it. Please stay tuned for more to come. In the meantime, you are welcome to join our Discord and discuss further, and you will see the weekly MTG stream tomorrow, October 1st at 10 Pacific. Whoa. Kind of sad that people would rather snipe wins than just be honest about the budget, speed, power. There is that, but it's also more than that. It's also the fact that not everybody explains their deck the best. So like, there's the meme, but it actually has some merit. Oh, my deck is about a 7 power level. When realistically, very few decks ever dip below 5, so we don't need a 1 through 10. And 7 means different things for different people. Like, oh yeah, I have Mana Crypt in my deck, I have Soul Ring, I have all of the fast mana spells, my deck's about an 8. Compared to some other people, that might be a 9 or a 10. That might be, like, I've heard so many people say, oh, you're running Ancient Tomb or Mana Crypt. That's CDH. Well, that's not entirely true. And I think that setting up this, where did it go? Setting up this right here is specifically aimed at starting a conversation that everybody can agree with, power level wise. You interpret it as a no, we are not undoing the bans that just happened. Yes, but they specifically stated they're looking at the currently banned cards too. So they are determining whether or not some of the banned cards on the list will come undone, some being mana crypt. Like, this is a not, while discussion of the ban list started, this immediately changed. So this is saying mana crypt might come off, not immediately. This is saying Golos might come back, not immediately. Yeah, there's no actual metric with 30,000 cards. Exactly. People have freaked out when you say Krenko. You are not trying to win games on turn 2 or 3 with Krenko. It is entirely possible in certain lists. That is not the goal of your list. Your list is, haha, silly goblins, got 'em. And so this helps facilitate that that discussion. I think that this is probably a step in the right direction for the format too. Like this part right here, with the so long as you have the card in your deck, it's considered a 4, is really, really nice to me. I like the fact that it's like, it's scaled to the highest level immediately if you have even one of the cards in there. Because it adds this talking point of, without this singular card, or without these 2 cards, it's a 2. I think that this is a step in the right direction. I'm very curious to see where it goes from here, though. I feel like your Corvold deck is a little bit different, because your Corvold deck does not do what most Corvold decks do. Your Corvold deck is geared towards comboing. But Corvold is probably about a 4 to begin with anyway, so people have come to accept that about Corvold. I'm gonna post this in my Discord if it hasn't been already, as well as the local Discord too. I'm sure this will result... Someone said right below this article, I'm sure this will result in calm and well-reasoned conversations. Well, part of it... Yeah, I think that this is a good thing. I really do. The issue is that now the people who care about this and the people who ban cards are also the people printing money, but I think that that is a sacrifice that has to happen with the scope and level that Commander has today. Let me put this in my Discord if it's not already. It probably is. Yep, Grish already got it. Everyone. Huge update for the future of Commander. I think, I'm gonna say I think with, italics. This is a net positive, though. Yeah, I think that this is a good change. I think that this is a weird change. You think it's well-meaning, but you don't play enough Magic anymore? Right, and, like, the other thing is that, like, this largely does not impact the majority of people. This, in my opinion, impacts the upper-end people who enjoy playing with, like, Mana Crypts and Demonic Tutors, etc., etc. And I think that it, like, I'm about it. I like it. Let's move on back towards our Magic games, though. We will head on over back to MTGA. That's a really big change, though. Like, I'm very interested to see where it goes. Some people will not be happy about this in the slightest. I think that since it is geared primarily towards protecting the individuals who were on the rules committee, that this is a good decision. That's where I stand. Because if it's just going to, like, if you're going to have a rules committee and it's 5 people who take on the brunt force of thousands of angry hate mail, etc., like hate mail, wow, we have 3 control effects, I'm so jealous. It's just not good, like, the way that the community responded, I feel like this was inevitable. Oh, I just run. They're running the mill deck. Wait a second. This commander is really cool. The Mind Skinner can't be blocked. If a source would deal damage to an opponent, prevent that damage, and each opponent mills that many cards. I'm gonna mill 10 here. It's fine, I guess. The issue is if they don't play anything, they've got a grip full of counterspells. Which I don't know how I feel about. Oh! Sure, it flies, I guess. Huh. You, wait. Fey Flight and a pirate hat? Yeah, sure. Let's do this. We're milling another 12 cards here, by the way. Just an FYI. So it's not looking great. We'll do this and this. Swamp. Play... There's not really anything that we can do, right? Play Synthesizer. Exile a card. It is a Mayhem Devil. That makes me sad. This card is cool. It's a 10-1 for 3. This card is incredibly funny in my opinion. Yo, they put the pirate hat on him. Yeah. Oh, Bloody Betrayal, no, I could have had that. Draw a card, then discard a card, okay. You got it, buddy. We're already down to how many cards? 59? Not bad, not bad. Alright. Let's Price of Loyalty the Mind Skinner. Let's swing in with the Mind Skinner. We don't need another mountain, I think. And then let's do this. Nope. That was almost real bad. And then this. You feel that Wizards has a vest? Yes. Very much so. Financially damage the retail outlets Wizards relies on? Right. Ooh, this is... Hit him with the Ginger Brute. I think we're winning this, by the way. Did they mill Rhystic Study? Tough. Tough opponent. Unfortunately for them, we are kind of really good at keeping a single creature off the field. Like, really good at keeping a single creature off the field. sacrifice this. I think we're good. By absolute random chance I've turned this around? Absolutely not. This is all intentional. I really wanna breach the multiverse, but that's a terrible idea. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh. No, my blood in the snow. I needed that. Alright, well... let's stop on my upkeep. I would like to draw 2 cards. And we will not put it back in the command zone. Draw... main phase. I would like back my Rankle and Torbran, please, game. I'll give them a treasure. Yeah, you get a treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we take it again? Yeah. Yeah. I want to mill them out. The issue is that they have more cards than we have. I'm a menace. Do I feel bad? Not particularly. Should I feel bad? Absolutely. Whenever you attack with 1 or more creatures, target player mills that many cards. Coral Colony? That should have Rat Colony effects. Let's do... see you later, Oliphant. Breach? What am I getting back here? What do you have, opponent? You have nothing of value. Okay. Turgid. We're gonna take Turgid. Aw, man. I'm so sorry, opponent. I thought about building this commander. But, I don't think it's very... I think Mill is incredibly hard to win with. But a 3-mana 10-1 is very funny. I apologize, opponent. I had a good time playing your cards, though. No, this deck is intended entirely to cook Rye. You have not... I don't know how aware you are of the deck building challenge that is happening right now, but this is a level up deck. Let me go into my deck list real quick. Get this card. Cool, it's a Pyroclasm. Let's run into Rankle and Torbran real quick. So, Rankle and Torbran, very funny card from March of the Machines. Flying First Strike Haste, 3/4. When it deals combat damage to a player or battle, choose any number. Each player makes a treasure, each player sacks a creature, and if a source would deal damage to a player or battle this turn, it deals that much +2 instead. So it's Rankle plus Torbran. Very cool, very funny. The level up deck is where you take a deck, you take a commander, and build 99 cards that start out all at common. So like, you can't run Pyroclasm, you can't run Judith, you can't run Turgid, etc., because they're all rares or uncommons or better. As I win games, I get a point, as shown by up there, up in the top left of the screen. I can spend those points, 1 for uncommon, and then when I reach level 25, it's 2 for rares, and then it's 3 for mythics starting at level 50. Now, The issue is, you don't have access to a lot of good cards when you can only use commons. Case in point, you don't have access to a single board wipe until you get to rares at level 25. And so I'm like, you know what I want to do? This says each player sacrifices a creature. So I just built a thief deck. I've got Active Treason, I've got Bloody Betrayal, we stealing some goats out here, Price of Loyalty, Shackles of Treachery, Hijack. It's all of the steal effects so that I can take their stuff, swing with their stuff. They usually don't block, but if they block, cool, it dies. But when Rankle and Torbran effects, I choose each player sacrifices a creature, oops, I sacrifice one of their creatures, and they sacrifice one of their creatures. So, we break parity that way. It's very funny, and if that doesn't work, let's say I don't have Rankle and Torbran out, but I still have, like, Goat Nap and stuff, oops, I Eaten Alive. I sacrifice their creature to exile their creature. Or I sacrifice their creature to draw 2 cards. Like, this deck is very funny. Does not work outside of a 1v1 format, I think. This deck is amazing. No, if you were ever looking into cool cards and cool commanders to build around, March of the Machine has a lot. Where did you go? You're down here, right? All be one, March of the Machine, there we go. Let me go up here, not collected, and let's just type in Anne. First off, Heya, the Radiant Dawn, very, very cool card. Because the backside says, spells have flash, spells you cast cost 1 less for each card your opponents have drawn. But let's take a few peeks at some of these combo cards. Sarak and Goreclaw, trample, other creatures have trample. When a non-token creature enters, it gets +1/+1 and haste. Era and Gyada cares about flash and flying spells. Drana and Linvala's they're all combinations of the cards that they were individually. So, activated abilities if creatures can't be activated, and this card has all activated abilities if creatures your opponents control. Hidetsugu and Kairi you probably would appreciate. When it ETBs, draw 3, then put 2 on top, so it's like a brainstorm. But when it dies, exile the top card of your library. Target opponent loses life equal to the mana value, and if it's an instant or sorcery, you get to cast it for free. Very, very cool in my opinion. You've seen Rankle and Torbran. May I introduce to you Rai. Yargle and Multani. 6 mana, 3 black, black, green. Frog Elemental Spirit. It's an 18/6. That's it. No other abilities, no other effects. It's just 3 damage away from being lethal on a commander. I've heard much. It's the flavor text too. I've heard much about you from my daughter, Multani rumbled. There was a time when I'd balk at your aid, Phantom, but she has shown me the merit in Urborg's strange ways. Replied Yargle. It's very good. There's so many cool cards from March of the Machine that, like, it's so sick. We got Zamone and Dina, because I know you were talking. You enjoy both of these, Zamone specifically. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2. Tap, sack another creature, draw a card. You may put a land from hand onto the battlefield. If you control 8 or more lands, do this again. Yeah, March of the Machine has some cool tag teams. We got Thalia and the Gitrog monster, Human Frog Horror. First strike Death Touch, you may play an additional land on each of your turns. Creatures and non-basic lands enter tapped under your opponent's control. Whenever it attacks, sack a creature or a land, then draw a card. We got the 2 Cyclops, Lord Barigmos and Fibblethip. We got Kroxa and Kuneros, Inga and Desica. We got Galta and Maverin, which is just a 12/12 dinosaur vampire. There's some really cool stuff in here. I highly recommend, if you ever are looking to build a commander deck again for whatever reason, check out March of the Machine. let's get back into this. That is... I'm very curious to see what happens with the commander ban list moving forward. I think a run on the ban list will happen now. I think that everybody's going to look at the ban list, look at what cards are not the most problematic on it, and buy them up. Speaking of Dina and Simone, we got Dina on the other side. Their commander's a 2-drop. This is incredibly slow. I don't mind it, though. But it's... Ooh, buddy. I am worried about their commander plus, Exsanguinate, or Exsanguine Bond, or whatever the other card is that combos with her. We might board wipe, honestly, if they play their commander. Whenever you gain life, buff it. Okay. We're not dead. I think we go for this. I think they're gonna keep the Blood Researcher and get rid of Deathrite. Yeah. Because we're gonna take 4 now, and it's gonna hurt. Good, good. Dump out your hand, opponent. Absolutely. I think we bond to with, Nope. I mean, why not? Sure. And then we'll pass. Well of Lost Dreams. Whenever you gain life, you may pay X. Yeah. I'll take that, right? Not a bad Planeswalker. I can go up to 2. Whenever you sack a permanent, target player mills 2. You may sack 3 other non-land permanents. If you do, return a creature with a finality counter. Okay. Ah. They're going for a weird mill strategy. That's kind of cool. I like this quite a bit, actually. This is really cool. Sure. We'll take Shieldred. And we'll play Mirkwood Bats. I should not have attacked with Shieldred, by the way. Just an FYI. Because that's just 1 extra damage that I did not need. Have a treasure, and we'll do that. They gain a life. They don't have Shieldred anymore. I learned my lesson, though. Would you like to pay 3 and draw 3? Yes, you would. I would not like you to have a Shieldred opponent. Mayhem Devil. We don't need to place that, actually. We'll do this. This is a weird one where we're kinda slowly doing some damage here. Second for something, whatever. How's it going, Lady Red? I hope your afternoon? I hope your afternoon's going alright. Sorry to hear that you guys have had internet out again. Exile a creature or planeswalker. We'll do this. We'll hold up our mana. We can chill. They have a lot of cards in hand, so something weird might happen here soon. Yup. Death Frenzy. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Let's hit Blood Researcher, because that one actually seems like part of a combo. And I'm glad we didn't hit our Vine Lasher. Target player mills 2. We will have you deal 1 damage, though. Alright, let's move to combat first. Send in all of them, I think, is worth. I think all of them is worth it here. Down to 10, but we do get to do some spicy things. Because we get to move to first strike, make a treasure, double up damage dealt. And then we'll add 1, 2, 3. Nope. We'll move to damage first. Then we'll Vine Lasher for this. Made a token, they lose a life. Play a land, deal 6. Hit him with a good game. Nice! That's the first time that Vine Lasher has actually done what it was supposed to, but Vine Lasher plus Mayhem Devil was a lot of damage out of nowhere. Grinding Primos is awful, but you're level 17. Grinding Primos is actually the easiest for you right now. I think when 2 PM rolls around, if you are still playing, I'm gonna hop in chat and chat with you if you want. But you have access to a non-zero amount of things to do. only one internet company to choose from out here, so unless you really change things and go with Starlink. Yeah, it was, y'all still had Frontier out there, correct? Up to 37. I am winning. Are y'all winning, son? We have been on a pretty decent streak, kind of chilling and chatting about Magic changes today. I think we were at like 20... No, we were at 31 at the beginning. We got sidetracked by a pretty big rules change, as well as a statement from Wizards of the Coast, who makes Magic about the ban list moving up. Yo? What's up, Rye? Ninja and Gamer with Rocco. Okay. I think we hold on Vine Lasher. Oh, especially now. Lone Speaker. Let's play our Vine Lasher. Yeah. It'd be really cool if they didn't get rid of it. Play Rocco. We do this, we have 2. So I'm not gonna play the Locket. They make tokens. Let's grab 2 gates. Let's not grab gates, rather, because we can't actually pay for them. No attacks. Next turn we can do Rankle and Torbran and swing. Assuming they don't tap... Assuming they tap out, rather. Aragon Took is not bad. They do not have Nyx mana. So we're gonna hit with a non-zero amount of damage this next turn. Rankle and Torbran. Send in Rankle and Torbran. Hold on, this cares about tokens, right? We're not gonna give them 2 treasures. Seems bad. And then we'll do 6 damage. Feels pretty good. Largan Nasari. Look at their hand, take a thing. What do we have in my graveyard? What did they take? What? Oh, Teamer Battle Rage. We win? Yeah, we win. Yeah, you got it. Because nothing has reach. We have a land, we can play Tamer Battle Rage. I think we are good to go, because I do not have the... they can gain some life, actually. So let's play Tamer Battle Rage. They have so much food. Send in Rankle and Torbran. First strike damage, that's fine. This is what we care about, the second damage. And then we play a land for turn. This is so good, because now Oh my goodness. Good game. That's so much damage from two little guys. 10 damage for one land is pretty good. You highly recommend Starlink. Have it set up for the folks. Bit pricey, but way better and more stable compared to fixed wireless. I'm doing 20 plus in one turn. Was crazy. How about this? How about this? My two little dudes are each doing 5 damage. So 3 and then 5. That goes up to 8. So 18 damage? 18 damage is pretty good for one turn, I think. It's pretty good. This deck is starting to cook a little bit. Being a little spicy over here against the ye old Street Chef. It's always the little cards that are unassuming that end up doing the most work. Like, when I realized that Vine Lasher did damage instead of lost life, I was like, ooh, buddy, that's gonna pop off. Double Strike with Rankle and Torbran is real good, too. They saw that and realized the issue, but it was too late. Rankle and Torbran is probably... I think I'm enjoying Rankle and Torbran the most out of the 3 different decks that I've done this challenge with so far. Sure. Hello. Makes you want to play some MTG? That's how they get you. Hold on. If we do this... Yeah, Vivisector's our play, because we can get a treasure next turn. If they don't counter my, Arcane Signet. I guess that's a tall ask. Wait. Play you. Play you. Counterspell? No. Play Sticky Fingers on creature. We have Menache. Send in some damage. Alrighty. I'm curious about what they have in hand then. Because clearly they have some instant speed shenanigans. Oh? I mean... It's probably a counterspell, right? The Foretold card? So we should do this right now. And, send in some damage. But I'll give them a treasure, sure. I don't want to miss my land drop. This feels like a really fast start, actually. They're already down to 16, and it's their turn 4. This is feeling pretty spicy. Combat. Some damage. Let's hold up mana. I think I want to do some bargaining things. We sack the treasure, make a treasure, seems good. How do you feel about this, opponent? Alright, well, I'll do it again, I guess. Treasure seems good. They've got to have something, right? Like, or is it just interactions that they can't deal with anymore? They're down to 2. Like, you gotta do something, opponent. I would like to cast this 3-mana Navigation Orb. You get a 3-drop, okay. I'll play this and add a save it, I guess. Like, they need to answer the whole board, which I guess is possible. They could have a board wipe. Or a cast Gandalf and tap down my creature with a 1-mana sword spell. No, I think we just win. Interesting. I'm more than always have a backup plan. That's a pretty good backup plan, actually. We'll scry 1. That can definitely go to bottom. Let's do this. Play Swamp. Play Geode. No, do we play Breach? Hold on. Yeah, let's send in damage to Call Time. Make a treasure. Sure, do Source +2. Why not? Play Breach. Play Vivisector. So now we have another creature still. And we have a non-zero amount of damage on board. Okay. My guy is a legitimate business person now. I love legitimate business person so much. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and becomes a creature with name legitimate business person. Boop. Okay. Okay. It's pretty good. They're gonna tap down my legitimate business person. No! I mean, this is fine, I guess. We just do this. And send in nothing. Choose one that hasn't been chosen, right? Damage to each opponent. Copy it. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, you got it, opponent. I figured it probably was Alrund's Epiphany. Which means they have managed to stay barely alive. So they can do 3 damage or put Gandalf on top. I think they're probably going to put him on top. And then cast him again next turn. Is my best, what I would imagine happens. Flame of Anur, 3 damage to me, 5 damage to a creature. We get to scry 2 twice. It's pretty good. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. We'll trade, because there's no reason for me not to block here because they have blockers. Judith is not a good one. That is a terrible card for us to try to play. We really just need to get 1 damage through. But they probably have a counterspell anyway for when we cast the flip side of Invasion of Call Time. Somebody suggested it might reach multiple buildings. You can put Starlink's included modem router into bridge mode and forward the connection to any equipment you want. So yes, it technically can reach multiple buildings. Alright, we're down to 15. This game is slightly slipping away. Wow, Storm Conduit. Okay, so they're setting up some future scries. And they like what they found. They discard Mind's Desire. Oh. Okay, opponent. Sure. Would you like to counter my commander? Yes. Okay. We'll put you back on top, because I don't want to put... The worst case scenario would be putting my commander into the graveyard, and they have another Stifle ability. 2, 4, 5, 6. They can deal 6. If they have another if they have an extra turn spell, they copy it, we're done. Okay. What do they grab here? Whatever it is, it's not good for us. Ah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Sure thing, opponent. Alright, a steal spell off the top is what we need. Or are they just gonna cast Gandalf? Are they gonna be greedy? Be greedy, opponent. Don't look at that. Be greedy. They're thinking. Okay. We're looking for an opportunity to sneak in 1 damage to our invasion. That is what we are doing now. We need them to tap out. That's fine, I guess. Sure. The issue is, I think they have too much mana now. Gandalf the Grey. We need them to go below 3. Cast something big, cast something spooky. It's pretty big. It's pretty spooky. Alright, I would like to win the game. That doesn't matter, but we'll do that anyway, why not? That also doesn't matter, we'll do that anyway, why not? Do you have a response, opponent? No? Cool. 1, 2, 3. How do you feel, opponent? Uh-huh. Yeah. 2, 4, 6. Let's go! Oh, we had to wait for them to get greedy. That was our only out. If they had held up invert polarity, we would not have been able to cast Invasion of Kaldheim's Pyre of the World Tree. We would not have been able to cast the backside. They just wanted, they had to get greedy with their, spend all but one of their mana. Oh. Let's go. That was a pretty good little sequence there. Wait for them to do all their things, like, what you got, opponent? Okay, nice. I think that they had to not go for the spicy 7 cost. Just hold up, wait for a counterspell. Interestingly enough, no, invert polarity would have saved them from the board wipe. Invert polarity is weird because even if you win, you don't always want to win sometimes, I think. Okay. Whew. We just had to wait for one little brief opening. And I don't think they expected a handful of lands. I think that was the last thing they expected. Otherwise, they would have kind of just gone off and won. Oh. That wasn't stressful at all. Complicated is an understatement of the current year. This is a hand. This is not a good hand yet, but it is a hand. The pet rock on the board? Yes, this is my pet rock. His name is Dwayne. This is their pet rock, or their pet rock, wow. This is their pet over here. Yeah. It's very good. It was an April Fool's, pet, I guess you could say, that they released. Chromatic Lantern, that's pretty good. Boom, how do you like this, opponent? Boom, 3 damage. Take them apples. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll try it. Like, it's probably not gonna happen, but we'll try it. Oh, it happened. Wow. I definitely thought that they would have had removal or something. Living in the backwoods first 20 years of your life, complicated is an understatement. Yes, Helga's a very good Hydra build. I would like Helga for as long as this thing is in play. That seems pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good, opponent. I'll have it for my turn. So I think that what we do is, oh, that's pretty good. Let's see what they do here. They probably should block my commander, yes. Homeboy has to attack, though. Opponent, no! Well, okay. Both? Both is good. Both is good. How do you feel about this opponent? No blocks. We will sacrifice. And deal damage +2. Yeah, both is good. Both is real good. And with that, we've come up to 40 wins with this deck. We have a couple unspent points that we can add to, so I do want to address one issue with the deck that is pretty obvious and pretty glaring. And that is an issue of lands. We're gonna spice up our lands a little bit more. Lands, rare. Specifically, Scryland seems fine. Surveilland also seems fine. I think we'll do a Haunted Ridge, Dragon Skull Summit, and Blood Crypt. And go down 3 lands, and that brings us up to a even flush level 40. Let's take that to a 0. Government promised all kinds of speeds and stuff that companies didn't have the ability to deliver on. Interesting. Still looking at years till they get all high-speed stuff out to the countryside. It comes down to money. Providers don't have financial incentive to build the infrastructure for a customer base that will never justify it. That makes sense if, like, considering how many people are in a city versus in the countryside, there's just so many less people. So it'd almost be spending a premium to deal with less, to handle less people's issues. 3 major providers literally stood in front of Congress and said, we'll build it if you provide it. Braids. Braids is pretty good. Kaido Bane of Nightmare. Ooh, this is the new emblem ninja. That's not a ninja. What? Oh, it's for ninjutsu. That makes sense. You didn't live out here when anything happened, so you're planning on catching up where everything runs in the house and why? That makes sense. I think we braids. Or, I don't think we braids. I think we hold up and go for Rankle next. And we've got enough lands, so I'm happy with where we're at mana-wise. He's a 3/4 with Hexproof. Oh, they don't have... Ah, that makes sense. Can I do both? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... You make a treasure on combat damage? Yeah! Alright. Braids. Yes, please. Sacrifice a creature. Yes, please. Thoughts, opponent? How do you feel about the board? emblem up.
Never underestimate my skills.
Let's do Rankle and Torbran now. And yep. Easy. Quick little dub. Them playing the ninja that gives you a treasure was insanely good for us. That was a very, very clutch way to steal something. There's a new... I need to show you this, Rye. Hold on. Decks. Make a deck. Format doesn't matter, we'll just go standard because it's standard legal. Kaido. Not only is it a new ninja card, it's a planeswalker with ninjutsu. With a +1 that says, you get an emblem with ninjas you control get +1/+1. During your turn, as long as it has 1 or more loyalty on him, he's a 3/4 creature with hexproof. +1 gives the emblem. 0, surveil 2, then draw a card for each opponent who lost life this turn. -2, tap a creature and put 2 stun counters on it. This is an insane ninja commander where the first 2 modes are the most important. This card is amazing. Let me see what ninja are in format. Rat Ninja Wizard. We played against this commander earlier today too, actually. When it deals combat damage, mill that many cards, put any number of legendaries or enchantments. It's not... This one isn't quite what you need. This one is phenomenal for Yuriko and other ninja decks. This one too, Satoru the Infiltrator. Whenever it and or 1 or more other non-token creatures enter for free, draw a card. You will actually be buying this for your deck? Good. Good. Yeah, I saw this and I'm like, ooh, I did think of you and your Yuriko deck. Hold on. Big sneeze. Yeah, I forgot that there's a lot of stuff that you might not have seen because you are less intrinsically attached to the Commander Peeps chat. Let me see if I can show you after this game. I'm assuming after this game we'll be wrapping up the stream. They go first. They have an Aclazotz. So they care all about discarding things. I do not think we can keep this hand. Sure. We'll take... We're gonna drop... we're gonna drop this. We still have access to 1, so it's fine. We're gonna try to line up our mana. That's fine. That's fine, sure. Yeah, we'll Mountain Cycle Elephant. And get up Blood Crypt. Boop. Boop. 1, 2, 3. Waste not? That's so gross. When it dies, scry 1, make a treasure. 3? Go down to 20? That's fine. We'll hold off for now. Yeah. No. I really don't want to sacrifice Ginger Brute. I want to keep it up as a blocker because they will just sacrifice that for sure. Okay. Yeah. You got it, opponent. I can't do anything if I do that, right? I guess we'll just do this, why not? See if we can draw a land. We did draw a land, cool. I guess we're chilling. I would not like to sacrifice anything, game. I appreciate the offer. Let's discard Eldest Reborn and Bone Shards? Bone Shards. That's so many cards. That's so much card advantage. You got it, opponent. Boop. We'll hold off for a turn. And we will not sacrifice anything. I think they have removal, right? Like, in their 4 cards in hand, they have to have 1, right? No. We'll drop Breach and Dispute. And I think we'll just wipe their whole hand? Their whole board? Sure. Close the backside. Do this. That's fine. I like that, actually. We'll do this on Freebooter. Each player sacks damage +2. Boop. You want a treasure, I would assume. Yep. We've established that I like that card already. And we're not going to sacrifice anything because I don't want to draw into them making me discard a card. They play Aklasats, right? They have to play Aklasats, right? There's no way they don't. Gonna punch out, go home, and take a nap. Take care of yourselves. I appreciate you sending in the messages that I had seen. Sure. Oh. No, my commander. Man. That's fine. I would like to sacrifice... Ooh, what do I sacrifice here? Treasure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna sacrifice an enchantment, I think. Would you like to sacrifice your enchantment, opponent? Yeah, you got my land, opponent. GG's. God. Let's do this. Let's sacrifice a treasure. Makes sense to me. Yeah, it's pretty good. I would not like to block it. I think we're losing this one now. Oh yeah, we are definitely losing this one now. Sacrifice a mana rock. We drew a mana rock. Awesome. Yeah, you got it. None of those would have helped. I think we're just dead, though. Like, realistically. I guess that makes sense. They've got my board wipe, right? No. Technically, we have board wipe off the top, but we did not get it. We are very dead. GG's. Boom. Boom. And there it is. Alrighty. Came up just in time for the stream to end, though. So, that's alright. I'll give you a bat. We've had a lot of... Today was fun. Today had a lot of interesting stuff in it, for sure. I'm gonna wrap up the stream there, though. We did not take away one win right at the end. I kind of expected the discard deck to be a little rough to deal with. They played well in making sure that they did not play their commander out too soon, which was very good on them. I'm gonna be back on Wednesday, though, with more Assassin's Creed. We're getting close to the end of that, I think. And I think after we do, I'm gonna take a break, maybe, from that and play a different game or two before we move on to another Assassin's Creed. But either way, look forward to that for now. We have Monster Hunter. I'm debating making the stream for Monster Hunter on Fridays a little earlier and a little longer because Monster Hunter is a game that takes a while, and I feel like you need more time. You need some more time to play Monster Hunter than most other games. That's going to be it for me. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. As always, the most important advice I'll leave you with, take care of yourselves, and remember to tell the people you care about that you love them. Bye, guys.